Rocky, Kewley, nice to have you here, man. Finally.
Pleasures, man.
Yeah. I know we had a little mishap last week. You had that hike. How the hike was?
The hike was amazing, but actually difficult, huh? More difficult than I remembered.
So, and not just hiking, but I see you doing some motivational speaking now. It was Beach Primary School.
It was. I do a few schools. The last one I did was St. Bob's Primary School.
St. Bob's, right.
Yeah. Great children up there. Amazing.
Nice. So what kind of lessons you pass on to these kids and stuff?
I prefer more to give them more life lessons, stuff that do teach them in school. You know, about health, about what we call bad mind. You know, focusing on what they want to achieve, God. You know, and just reality, because where a lot of these kids come from is what America will call ghetto, or what we just call roots, or projects, or America will call projects, but we just call home. I grew up behind the bridge. You know, I was born behind the bridge, Besson Street, Port of Spain. That's close to Nelson, Piccadilly.
Oh, you from Besson Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that area.
Yeah, really. So, you know, as a roots man, you know?
Yeah.
Even though now I live in the West, you might think, oh, you live in pretty far, you're here, but I from all around. I know all walks of life, you know, from the top to the bottom, you know.
Yeah, and you're just looking for a way to elevate these youths.
Elevate them, because there's good children, you know. They have a certain part in their life that does switch. A certain part, so we have to find out which part that does switch, you know, because all them when the school together, people from Nelson's, George Street, Piccadilly, the Harps, Lavender, everybody go to school together because it's around the school is, and everybody is friends. And then it's have a certain age. When they pass that now, is the war in this street, war in that street, you know.
And the thing is, children are not born bad, you know.
No, they're not born bad.
Yeah.
So something, and you know, so once you could get them to have one common goal, which is to be successful in whatever it is, whether it be sports, education, wherever they want. Once they have one common goal, unity is strength. So you got to unite them.
Yeah. So just to get a bit into your background, so listeners have an idea of who you are. So I only heard of you recently from my brother John, you know.
Yes, John.
And I was amazed. So you are the 2017, you won the bronze medal in the IFBB, International Federation of Bodybuilding.
Yeah.
This was for men's physique?
Men's physique, yeah. That's the beach category segment category in bodybuilding. So it's under bodybuilding, but it's more the easily attainable physique. That's the physical trending now. Kind of beach body, you know, fitness model kind of look. So that was in Alicante, Spain. It was the World Championships, men's World Championships. It was shocking for me. You know, this little boy from the Caribbean, 1.3 million people here, and we out there in international. And some of the guys who end up on stage, I say, but wait, I know you. You're the champion from Spain. You're the champion from England. Oh my gosh, I saw you on YouTube. I should just calm myself, compose myself, and don't ask them for the pictures and stuff, because I'm going to compete against these guys.
Yeah, because you competed with these guys now. You on their level. So what was that like to see these guys you look up to and, you know, be on their level now and have everybody looking up to you in the same way?
Yeah. It was scary, yeah? Watching these guys, like, I wonder if I'm dreaming, boy. Boy, I wonder if they ask for this picture, boy. See, Rocky, you can't do that, man. I have any national colors. You know?
Yeah, you represented us out there now. I just wish more people knew about you. Well, I gonna push hard, you know, for people to find out who you are and stuff. So, what was your journey like to the 2017 IFBB championship?
It was difficult in terms of getting sponsorship, because, as I said, you know, a lot of people don't know about bodybuilding and the kind of talent we have in Trinidad. You know, Darren Charles. Darren Charles is a very popular bodybuilder from Trinidad, and he actually went on in the Hall of Fame as one of the best posers of all time, because he used to break dance. You know, we have a lot of great athletes from Trinidad who did it big international. We have Neil Diaz. He's like about 7-time CAC gold medalist in fitness. We have Candice Clark. We have a lot of great athletes from Trinidad. You know, we have a great president, Susanna Haddad, the IFBB president for Trinidad and Tobago. She's and not only she's the president of Trinidad and Tobago, but it's come like she's the second president of the Caribbean, because a lot of athletes, when they go in to represent their country, always call Susie, I booked this wrong hotel, Susie, my flight wrong, Susie, and you know, so she's like a mother for bodybuilding, not only in Trinidad, but also for the Caribbean, and she's been a great support for me in achieving my goals, because, and as I said, I try to give back to the youths, and people like her, Susanna Haddad, nearly as the 7 time. A lot of people give back to me and help me out along my journey to becoming successful and to continue to represent my country. So I try to give back also,
So why do you think bodybuilding isn't as popular as it? Well, actually, let me take a step back because I have been seeing a sort of rising consciousness of health and fitness, and I'm seeing like a lot of push towards that. I think a lot of it might be from Facebook and Instagram, people want good pictures to post up. But still, bodybuilding isn't something that is as promoted as other sports down here, although we clearly have the talent. Yeah. So is there a reason for that? And if there's, how could we find a way to promote it even more?
Yes, I believe that, as I rightly said, bodybuilding is trending now. Well, when I say fitness is trending now, there's two reasons why fitness is trending. One, as I said, social media, and secondly, health. In the early days, everybody wants money. Who wants to be a doctor, who wants to be a lawyer, who wants to, it's money. But when a lot of people achieve the money now, they realize, I'm sick, I can't spend it or dying and leave it for your children to spend, So a lot of people want to live to spend the money. So you find a lot of people, they want to live healthier. And this turnaround was I saw a major turnaround in 2015. Just about 4 years ago, I saw a major turnaround. So like after Carnival, usually the crowd on Savannah ease up. And now it's just like crowd full. The Savannah full of people. The gyms full, continue being full all year. So that's when I realized it had a major difference.
So do you get any sort of help from the Ministry of Health? Because obviously this fitness thing has to do a lot with health. One of our leading causes of death in Trinidad and Tobago is coronary heart disease and a lot of diseases that are preventable and have to do with, overweight and obesity, like high cholesterol. You have the heart diseases, you have heart attacks, those kind of things. So you get any kind of support from the Ministry of Health, or you have any collaboration with them at all?
No, not at this time. We don't have. I know John Big Bodybuilding Federation have been trying to make contact with different ministries to get support to go to schools, to go to different sporting groups to speak about the proper nutrition and diet. So we need the help. We need the assistance because, as I said, one of the leading causes of deaths in Trinidad because it's not murder. We talk about murder.
Yeah, that's just like a drop in the bucket compared to doubles. How much people doubles kill?
It's true. It's something the Ministry of Sports needs to look into, something the Ministry of Health needs to look into, something the Ministry of Social Development needs to look into. It's very important because it's putting a strain on the economy.
Yeah, the health system.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to San Fernando Hospital to check a dentist. Oh my God, I actually cry because the hospital is overfull. Patients on the sides, like sitting on the ground, lying on the ground, don't have beds. And this current situation we're in right now with migrants coming inside the country, it even putting more strain on the health sector because they don't have beds. So we need people to take better care of themselves so we won't end up in hospital because it wouldn't be nice to end up in hospital right now and you're lying on the side of the hallway waiting to get taken care of, like platelets. Right now we have we don't have platelets in Port of Spain Hospital. I know a family member died because she didn't have platelets to give her.
So why aren't I've been trying to figure out why aren't people taking better care of themselves now? I think some of it might just be a lack of access to the correct information because there's a lot of bad information out there. Yes. I have went through so many iterations. You clearly seem to figure out what's working. And I think a lot of people are also strapped for time. Yeah. So I think what people might need to get is maybe some clear, concise information that they know correct, that easy to follow on a tight schedule. And maybe just like some small tips and guidance on like what to follow. So we know the regular health advice, like you stay away from sugar, simple carbs, things like that. You'll stay away from like greasy foods. I know depending on who you talk to, fats isn't really a bad thing as long as they have healthy fats, like fats from animals and stuff. Yeah. So do you do any sort of education and stuff as well?
Yeah, well, I specialize in that. ISSA certified, which is an International Sports Science Association certified, ISSA, which is number 1 in France, Guadeloupe, French speaking. ISSA will be number 1 in America. PTI, which is number 1 in Caribbean, physical training instructors available from China, Defense Force and University of West Indies collaboration. and a few others. But what I try to focus on, as I merge all them together for my training. That's why I pick the best from the Caribbean, the best from America, the best from France, from Europe.
Yeah, that's what they have to do, man. That's why up on the stage, in Spain.
I merge them together. And I realized the common thing is to keep it basic, keep it simple, make it a lifestyle. If it's don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this, people will eat it, So just tell them when they can eat it,
Yeah.
As I told the children, every time you're buying something, look at the nutritional content. Even though in the Caribbean, the foods we get is already not labeled properly, a lot of them don't say the exact amount of calories, the right amount of sugars and stuff like that. But try to read it. So if something says 30 grams of sugar per serving, look and see how much serving the pack of biscuits. So not the pack of biscuits. It'll be like, you have to multiply by something by 10.
A 20-ounce bottle Coke is actually 2.5 servings.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and most people, they'll buy a 20-ounce Coke,
And drink the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know anybody going to drink half a bottle of Coke,
Yes, exactly.
So that's definitely a thing. They will reduce the serving size just so they could drop the number of calories and those nutrition facts. Yes. Yeah, that really scared me. But I mean, it's something people need to be aware of.
A lot of people don't know about it. And a lot of people don't know how much sugar in tomato ketchup.
Yes, condiments on the whole, actually.
Yeah. Full of sugar. Oh my gosh.
Especially the Swiss and Matux.
Yes.
Like, you could probably make juice with that. Yeah, so, I mean, I think it would be amazing if, like, the Ministry of Health could not just support you all, going out there and doing education things, but maybe even fund or fully sponsor things that prevent a lot of these ailments, like your boot camp.
Yes.
That's, how often do you do your boot camp? Is it once a week?
Yes, once a week on a Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. Every Saturday.
In Queen's Park?
Queen's Park, we change the venues to keep people... keep them fresh, like keep them wanting more.
Yeah.
So sometimes we do the Queen's Park Savannah, sometimes we do Chancellor, sometimes we do Botanical Garden, sometimes we do the Ball in Shagamas, the tracking station, the Cathedral, the beach. We mix it up a lot, so keep people wanting more. And we also have a question and answer segment where we, any health question you have, any medical issues you have, also have doctors on board. So just keep it interactive, so that not only learning about the body, but also about encouraging each other and seeing results. Oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds, I lost 15 pounds, my body fat percentage went down by 20%, so other people, it's very motivational and it gives you something to do while having fun, lose weight while having fun.
So what sort of things you do in the boot camp? You do like hikes and some bodyweight exercises and stuff?
Yes, we do some kinesthetics. We also do
kinesthetics for people that don't know, that's like you jumping and moving and stuff. Yeah. High impact aerobics kind of thing.
And the thing is, we have the A team and the B team. So people who like fitness level up, like I would say like between 7 to 10, they go with the alpha team. And people who fitness level a little bit lower go with the Bravo team. So everybody will be able to take part and participate in the events.
So something for everybody, and you also have like a clear progression that you could follow. You could start from absolutely no kind of fitness level, and work your way up, go into your boot camp, and it's once a week every Saturday.
Once a week, yeah, and it's only $50. They get a free assessment. We check your visceral fat, your body fat percentage, subcutaneous fat, your BMI, your water intake. Is that blood pressure, everything. We even have kids like 9 years old, 10 years old. We have a lady, she's 73 years old.
Oh, that's nice, man.
We have a full mix there.
Yeah, so what sort of things you do besides the calisthenics?
We do speed and agility, we do balance, coordination, we do high intensity interval training, we do a lot of cardio, resistance training. And sometimes even when we finish that, we might probably have a volleyball competition, a tug-of-war competition, football competition. It's about having fun and get results. They also get meal plans, what to eat, when to eat it. We also give supplements, courtesy Universal Nutrition. That's my personal sponsors. I really believe in their products, Universal Nutrition. So I advise my clients to use certain ones according to their needs.
Is that a local brand or is that an international brand?
It's an international brand. Actually, the first supplement company in the world. Yeah.
Serious. Universal nutrition. I know about optimum nutrition. Is it the same thing or that's a difference? Okay.
Optimum nutrition just came out recently. Universal nutrition have been around since 1977. That's before I born. I grew up. This is a tablet called Animal Pack.
Oh no, Animal Pack. Okay, that's them. Yeah. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger used to use and stuff. Yeah.
And they're still around. And the reasons why they don't break. What I like about them is all the vitamins the body need for the day required cannot fit in one little tablet.
Yeah.
You know? So they have their Animal Pack would have about 11 tablets.
Yeah, 11 tablets.
So they know for sure you're getting the required amount of tablets, vitamins and minerals the body need for the day. You know? Now these little small little thing what
a little multivitamin.
Yeah, that's joke.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean it'll be probably better than nothing, but I mean if you're really putting your body through that kind of stress, you'll definitely need the extra vitality from those vitamins.
I told him I thought the tablets is too much. I want one of the tablets. And I said, Rocky, we cannot break down our standard to suit you. You know, it's either you want our products or you don't want our products. We're not going to break down our standard. You know? So that's why we kept it like this. Our sales dropped because people want simple, easy things, but we're not supposed to be about results. So what they did, however, they made it in powder form.
Okay, they have the Animal Pack in powder form now?
Yeah. So
nice.
you just take that pill in some water, shake it up, drink it, and it's good. So you got to swallow 2-pack of tablets.
Yeah, some of those tablets are real big.
Yeah.
I remember first time I take Animal Pack, I drink like a whole bottle of water just trying to get the vitamin B tablet down. You know, the big yellow one?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I almost choke, yes. So how has your journey been like so far? Like, how did you get into bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding? Well, you all know I'm a diabetic. I made that clear to a lot of people. Don't believe it because how I look. But
not just type 2, you're type 1 diabetic.
Yes,
so that means you need to have be on a strict insulin regimen as well.
Yeah. It have not been easy. It wasn't an easy road. Especially, I mean, when I was a kid, I see, I watched my underwear. And I see ants, you know. What is this boy? What is this boy? You know. And it's only as I get older and stuff, I used to break dance. So you find my sugar level used to be, kind of controlled because of the physical activity I do, even though I didn't know. So break dance and spin on my head. I always active. I always find out eating plenty and I ain't paying on no size.
Yeah.
You know, so I feed it. You know, I don't know. But when the doctor say, hey, you come here. You know, I can't diagnose it by watching it, but you're diabetic. And I'm like, what? No. Yeah, you need to go and check a doctor. I've been in the hospital. Oh my gosh, put me just sit down one time, trips and say, oh, you're walking, you're clicking time bomb. And hook me up and I'm in the hospital. I'm like, no, I got ready to go home. Make sure you don't leave here. Like, what happened to all here?
How old were you when this happened?
I was a teenager. Yeah.
So how did the guy know that you were diabetic?
He's a professional doctor. I wouldn't say which doctor he is, but he is actually a minister. Same goofy saying. Yeah, he was like, you come here. I was like, yeah. I said, no. Yes, you are.
So just like looking at you, wow.
You know, just like I'm a professional, like you watch at somebody and know if they consume enough water. You know, because that's your job. You do that every single day.
Yeah.
So you watch somebody, know the body fat percentage. You have to test it. Your body fat percentage is about 16%. It's about 17%, about 30%. Because that way you're doing it all day,
you're doing
it
day. So much, like, you don't need to, like, you know what it should look like. Yeah.
So it was like not knowing something is one thing. When you know something, now it's just like, and then all the bad stories they hear, it's like, oh my gosh. So, start taking care of my so now I can eat what I custom eat. I pack a biscuit, a soft drink, I run here, and if you double, 3D style. But it was a good thing. Being diagnosed was actually a really good thing because now this is the best I ever look.
Well, you look damn good, I'll give you that.
Compared to how I used to be before. I was fit. I used to break dance, spin on my head, windmill, all them things. But I used to feel tired sometimes. But now I actually feel amazing. And this is because I did nutrition. I studied. I put a lot into anatomy and physiology. I was the top of my class in anatomy and physiology.
Nice.
I really loved it. So now I actually live it. I feel better. I'm much healthier than ever before. A lady told me, Rocky, I saw you on TV, giving an interview. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were suffering from diabetes. I said, suffering? I said, do I look like I'm suffering? I said, baby girl, I'm not suffering from nothing. I said, you know what diabetes is? Diabetes is just a pancreas. What is in charge of producing insulin is not producing insulin, or your body's not recognizing insulin. insulin is just to regulate almost like a balance switch. To say too much sugar inside the body, pancreas produce insulin to carry it down. You know? So I said, that is it. So once I fit in, I'm good. So what's the big deal? And that was African doctor came in, he was like, yo, why are you looking so depressed? I was like, doctor said I'm a diabetic. He said, what? So what if I'm diabetic? I said, well, I see people dying and the foot cut off and the thing and I can't go down the road. Why I can't go down the road? I'm a diabetic. What? You're a footballer. I can't play football. Why? No. Not a baby. I'm not thinking, so what is a diabetic? So what? Just eat properly, drink your water, take your medication, and what? So what? What happened? My
just take care of yourself.
My grandfather was a diabetic, 80-something years old. There, talking about, and when the doctor roughed me up. That Nigerian doctor roughed me up. When he done talk to me, and what he still doing inside this office, gone from here. And he actually man me up.
Yeah.
It's not no baby cup. My granny, them could be baby. Well, keep on your shoes there. I could remember the doctor. But he gone from here. Like, and that man up.
Yeah, big man like you. What are you crying for?
Yeah. See, boy, go and live your life. What are you talking about? And I sat, so, before I would probably lift up light weights. And I lift up heavy weights. Boom, boom. I'm a man. So when people hear I'm a diabetic, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a diabetic. Okay, but be careful. I'm like, careful of what?
Yeah.
My elbow on my chest. No. It's just your pancreas wasn't producing enough insulin.
You just have to do something manually that your body will do automatically.
And soon, with the increase in technology, in the not too distant future, it will have constant monitoring, like the Fitbit watch. So you have on your watch and constantly telling what's your glucose rate, your heart. Just like what have the heart rate monitors. See what's the glucose rate. They'll have stuff that he'll even probably presses and put back in. In the future, we're going to have some serious, crazy technology coming out. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so you'll just probably get like a little notification, like, time for insulin, you press a button, it'll just inject it one time and you go ahead. Yeah. And probably just like put back in a new cartridge every night, every week, you're just slapping in a new cartridge. That coming out very, very soon.
Oh, that's good, man. I followed it internationally. Yeah. Recently when I went to England, I was on my way to Scotland. Actually, no, I was with to Scotland, then England, Scotland, then to Alicante, Spain for World Championships. And on my way to the competition, I forgot my medication home. Shouldn't that here. So it was red. I was like, oh my gosh, so I just whispered to Andy. I said, Andy, I'm okay, but I just forget my medication home. But don't tell nobody, right? Well, just let you know, just in case of any situation, you sit down next to me. Because Andy actually was my teammate going for the competition. So, yeah, okay, no problem. So we did. He said, okay, I'm coming there in the bathroom. I'm staying long. Then look up the corridor. I see a whole set of people around him, and they're pointing at me. I hope Andy didn't tell them nothing. Andy go on and tell them, hey, he forgot his medication. Who is a diabetic? Well, boy, oh my gosh. All of them come out. Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, okay. So what medication do you use? I said, I use this. Yeah, what's that? Or they was like, the doctor jumped and said, oh, that's something that we use in the third world. What's that? I said, they used to use it like 30 years ago back. Wait, what country are you from? I said, Trinidad. So yeah, that's in the Caribbean. That's third world countries. Yeah, they still use that stuff there. I studied that. I did some seminar. Yeah, they do that down there. So now I reach over there now. They said, no, they shouldn't be using that medication. That thing outdated. All this used as in the Caribbean. I said, yeah. I said, but when I reach back in Trinidad, asked the doctor about XYZ. So when I came back, and I went to a private doctor. The doctor was like, yes, they don't have that on CW, but you should, Indian doctor, you should be using this. If you have money, buy this one instead. You're young man, you're an athlete. You should use, don't use that. And that was it. And oh my gosh, it's a huge difference.
Serious?
Huge difference.
That's like what, a different type of insulin or something?
It's a more modern, instead of like, in Trinidad, we use a lot of 70-30. That's why we have so much. I would tell in the straight Ministry of Health, that's why we have so much debt. We have something we use called the 70-30, which have two peaks. The peak at 70, which is a high dosage, and then peak again at 30. If somebody uses 70-30 in the night, they eat dinner, or they use the medication, they eat dinner, they carry it down, but then instead of when they sleep 8 o'clock at night, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 12 o'clock again, it peak again, but they're sleeping. And the sugar level go down. You go in you go unconscious and you die.
Yeah, go into like a diabetic coma. Yeah.
And they die. It happened a lot.
Jeez.
Because they use 70, 30, 2 peaks. If you use 70, 30 in the morning, say like having breakfast. Your breakfast supposed to be large. Because the most important meal for you. So you have the breakfast and you have a 70, 30. It peak for 7, well, for the first breakfast, right? So you peak again around lunchtime. Yeah? You eat lunch, so you're good now.
Yeah, so you take that in the morning and you're good for the day.
Yeah. But then again, when 4 or 5 o'clock reach now, you go and eat again, you take it again. It peak for dinner. But then what happened around 2 o'clock in the morning? It peak again and it's sleeping.
Jeez.
You know, we have a lot of deaths, and that's something they're not looking into, you know, and that is, this is a great time for me to speak about it, you know, and myself helped me to look into that.
So you have this diabetes medication actually could actually be fatal to people.
Yes. Yeah.
Fatal medication, yes.
Fatal. And the next one we have in China is something called the R, which is rapid. Which is, I think, sometimes might be the better one, but you have to really know what you're doing. The rapid one will take effect in about 15 minutes, and the peak will be like in about 2 hours. So you eat, you use it. Then lunchtime you eat, you use it. Then the time you eat, you use it. But in the UK and stuff, they don't really use that by itself. They will use one which will last 23 hours. 24, they call it 24, but it's really 23 hours. So it gives you a base for 23, say a day. You know, so once you're eating on the right meals, you say like nothing too high, nothing too sweet. It's just a well-balanced meal. You wouldn't need nothing else. You just use that once.
So what would your meal plan sort of look like? You will eat normal 3 meals a day, or you would have like do more portion control and
I eat according to my activity. So, and that is something I think is the best, because you can't tell somebody eat this, that, and you know, somebody to understand their body, somebody to understand what activity they do during the day and eat accordingly. So if I know I go in and do a heavy legs workout in the morning, I will, or say like tomorrow, I'll try to eat this for the day before. So like if I know I'm going to do a heavy legs workout tomorrow, I will eat a lot of calories today, get my glycogen stores filled, you know, 2 days before. So when I come to do legs in the morning, I go hard. I go really, really hard. And if I go really, really hard, my sugar levels will drop. So I know I cannot consume any insulin that would carry my sugar level even further down. You know, so I take a little bit, you know, because I know my blood pump it, it will drop too low, you know. So that's something people have to be wary about. The activity they go and do. If I go and run a marathon or a half marathon, I go in a boot camp for 3 hours, I cannot go and take medication that could drop my sugar to level too low. Because why they do that, you pass out.
Yeah.
The sugar level drop too low. You know, so it's.
But are diabetic patients given this sort of knowledge from their doctors as well? Or would they just tell them, you know, take this insulin at this time of the day and not really run them through everything, like how they should monitor how they feel and stuff as well?
Well, doctors, I respect doctors. Good doctors, because in everything it have good ones and it have ones who not at that level, you know. The doctor who I go by, he's a specialist. I know a good amount of specialist doctors that specialize in diabetic care, or just general practitioners who are very professional. But there's also doctors that, you know, I wouldn't really consider myself, I wouldn't go by, you know.
Some of them are just looking for that high patient turnover sort of thing. Yeah. In any industry, you'll have good ones and bad ones, you know.
So but it's something doctors really need to pay a lot of attention to, because the death rate is too high. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You know?
I had no idea that the medication was actually a cause of death.
Yeah,
in diabetes.
Yeah, a lot of people go into diabetic coma. You know, and a lot of people we need counseling too. Counseling, because I do a lot of counseling. I'm not a counselor. I did sports psychology, but that's sports psychology just to motivate people and things. But so I do a lot of counseling. People message me and inbox me, and I'm like, gosh, I don't know. Babe, you can help me with this. Talk to this guy in Rocky. I have so much things I need him to come up. You know, so you're a psychologist, so it's hard for me. But you know, I realize it's something I have to do. It's something I have to, as a human being, I have to give back. You know, so a lot of people, Rocky, I just help me now. I just don't know how to start. I need to lose this weight again. Chest problems. The doctor told me this, borderline diabetes, but I don't know what to do. I help a lot of people. It's hard on me, because for me to focus on competition and get myself in my zone.
And then take on all this extra.
Yeah, it's hard. And then doing personal training, everybody come with different energy. And I have to adjust as somebody come, I have to adjust one time. Whatever mood they're in, I have to adjust into their mood. So I can't be in my own mood. I can't be angry at no time. I have to be always happy and ready to adjust to them. Being a public figure too, every time somebody come, you have to be smiling. You can't be angry. But they come, oh, this person have an attitude, boy. You can't be like that. So I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Like, God. You just get some bad news in the family, but it's like, hey, God, what's up? What are you doing today? Well, it doesn't be easy, but, it's life,
Yeah, so what would you say is a good way for somebody to really start looking after themselves and really get into working out? Like, what are the changes somebody should look at making first?
I think you have to find out exactly why. You have to find a purpose. So why are you doing it? People find purpose. I want to be an Instagram model, so I will do this for Instagram. I have a son or I have a daughter, and I want to see them get older. So I will do this for them. I want to be able to play. A guy told me, Rocky, I want to be able to play with my son. My son kick about him and I can't even run to the ball. I know I'm obese, overweight. Rocky, I'm fighting. I want to see my son get big. I actually lost a good friend. Oh my gosh. A really good guy, Gavin, recently, and he got a heart attack. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because he's speaking to me and he kind of like, Rocky, boy, I want to start exercising, but time, boy, Rocky, how this, I'll be a busy man, I have my business and thing. So, what you could do, boy? But I'll come and check in next year. And I watch him, and it hurted me because when I look at the backseat, I seen his daughters, I seen his wife, and I said, Rocky, boy, drag this man out of this car, make sure, but then I don't have the time.
Yeah, because you have so much going on already.
Yes, when I'm watching on the news and I see I say, boy, Rocky, boy, it's your fault, boy, you're supposed to drag that man out of the car, wake him up, come home by him. Tell him, find a manager to manage your business. I don't care about your boy, get somebody to manage your business, let you go in the gym, start to walk. I didn't do it. So I I'm doing that now. I have some people that dragging out of the house. I don't care, get out of the house, Just get vexed with me. I say, I don't care if you're vexed with me, I'll put on that mango, let you go.
Yeah, somebody have to do it. Yeah, so, I never even thought about that. So the first thing you need to do is get some internal motivation, because that is what will keep you going.
Yes.
Through the days that, you're not seeing results, or, you might put on a little water weight if you went to the cinema and eat a bag of popcorn. I suffer with that a lot. I see some results, I'll fall off the wagon, and it took me years before I was like, you know what, I have to just kind of forgive myself. I'll fall off the wagon.
Yes.
That's fine. I accept that. Let me just jump back on the wagon and I'll start fresh from tomorrow.
Yes.
And just stick to it. So what's some other good things though, health-wise? Well, we know you stop eating sugar, those kind of things, but what are some good quick body weight exercises that people could do to really get their blood pumping and stuff?
The best time to work out for me, I'm not a morning person, but the best time for me for somebody to work out will be in the morning. Once time available, morning you do some squats. You try to focus on the large muscle groups, which will be your back, your chest, and your legs. Don't forget the small muscle groups for now, the biceps, the triceps, the calves, the forearm, the small muscles. That won't burn you enough calories. You want to work out, do more compound exercises. So you do some squats that will work your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your butt, which is the front of your legs, the back of your legs, your lower foot, your bottom. So you work that. You do some push-ups, which will work the chest. Also, you get your shoulders involved with that, your triceps, your back. You do little pull-ups or some bent over rows. Do like about 4 sets or 7 sets. I like 7 sets. I like the power 7. So I like to do about 7 sets, 20 reps. Do a little small jog on the spout. If you have a little park to walk around, it mustn't be too difficult. It must be simple and achievable. So like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Some the professionals will say, "Oh my gosh, that is too little," but they are not professionals; they are beginners.
Yeah, but even this guy, actually, Dorian Yates.
Yes.
Dorian Yates used to do 45-minute workouts and 4 times a week.
Yes, and he was a great.
He was top of the game.
Yeah,
for years. Yeah.
Let's keep it simple. They always say that. Kiss it. Keep it simple. Simple, basic. All this fancy stuff you see on Instagram and thing. No, a lot of people fake bottom and fake this and fake that, and then going on Instagram and do a little thing and everybody following them. No, keep it simple, and basic.
So what do you think about CrossFit then?
CrossFit is something different. It's a lot of fun, something different for people to do, you know. But as a form of getting, is according to what you want to achieve. If you want to be powerful and have explosive strength and looking for probably agility, looking for explosive strength, CrossFit is great, you know. It takes a lot of carry up your heart rate high, but for me as a bodybuilder in my sport, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because you're looking at putting on the lean muscle mass, not doing so much for that aspect.
Because have 11 components of fitness: health related, skill related, agility, speed, coordination. Is different levels of fitness. I think bodybuilding have all of them in it. You know.
So what are the 11?
We have 5 health related and 6 skill. So you have the speed and agility. You'll have the reaction time. So like fellas like Usain Bolt and how fast boxers too, especially boxers. Like fight with Ruiz versus Anthony. Ruiz knocked out Anthony. Anthony was better. He had better body composition. Body fat percentage was on point. Power. But Ruiz knocked him out because the reaction time was very fast. He had the power, explosive power, which is one of the elements of fitness. But he also had speed, agility. Even though he was obese, he was an obese man fighting a so-called fit man, and he knocked him out. Because his reaction time was very fast, you know. I trained plenty of my clients with reaction time. I know I trained some national athletes in tennis, squash, and the reaction. I focus on the reaction time. And
so how do you train reaction time? I didn't even know you could train that.
Yeah, I like to put it. Well, I did training with the Olympic Committee too. Number one trainer in England. He came down here and big up the Toronto Olympic Committee. Yes, thank you for having me on board. For all the training segments and seminars and stuff. I appreciate it a lot. Yes, we did the speed and agility. We did a lot of training. I really, really enjoy training athletes. I have more fun training athletes than anybody else. I love to train athletes. So what we did is, so like you might put the athletes on the ground and tell them, like we did this in PTI, Army, military training, up on the feet, back down. That alone is up on the feet. When I say up on the feet, you have to get up as fast as possible and back down on the ground and lie down. Up on the feet, back down. And you just there and you're waiting for it. Up on the feet. And, you know, taking reaction time. It have this one here. Reaction time. You blow the whistle. I might have 3 balls in my hand, a red and 2 green. And when I pelt, but your back, you facing this one, I behind you. And when you see a red one pass, you have to run behind it. So it's on a green board. You have to not react to that. A green one, not react to that. The red one come, take off and run and bring straight back to it, you know? So you reaction time. So that time your body just ready to, it know when to react. You know, and reaction time is very, very important. Especially if in any sport, whether it be boxing, whether it be tennis, you have to be able to react at a certain given time. Car racing, sometimes you see 2 people here by saying, and it's all about the takeoff.
Yeah.
So people might think, a car racer don't need reaction time. He needs reaction time. He know when to mash gas, you know? So here, and you see, boom, whoever react first is who go and win the race, because those races are like split seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so back to the
11 aspects of fitness.
Yeah, the 11 aspects of fitness is very important, but not for bodybuilder, for all sports. But in bodybuilding now, we are like the mother of all sports. All sports come to us, whether it be a basketballer, footballer, everybody come to the gym. You know, so bodybuilders, most bodybuilders does be instructors in the gym. There are a lot of bodybuilders that are instructors in the gym. And we train everyone. CrossFit, however, focuses on explosive power.
And I guess some agility and speed as well.
Yes. And you find, if you want, the number one key in bodybuilding is not getting injured. Thanks you, Father, I've never gotten injured. I've been competing for like 10 years straight, consistently training. I never get injured. I don't know what people say, Rocky, so do you come for? I don't know what is an injury. I do not get injured. And the reason for that is preventative, you know, prevention. So I will not go and try to jump up on top of a box and then land. Because I know once my hip past my knee, the strain come off from my quads and go on my knee joint and my lower back.
Oh, so even when you're doing squats, you should never go past horizontal.
Parallel, yes.
Past parallel.
Because it comes off of the quads. And it goes on the knee and the lower back. So long time we say, hey, bodybuilders say, go down in the hole. And come back up, down in the hole. And then half of them now like,
bad knees.
Operations. I can't afford an operation.
That's similar to like to shoulder press.
Yeah.
You know, how safe is it to put the bar behind your shoulders? Or is it better to have it like on your collarbone instead?
Yes, you're correct. On the collarbone, you don't want to there's lines of segments. There are lines of segment. These lines of segment is ankle to knee, knee to hip, hip to shoulder, shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist. That's the law. That's anatomy law. Which is ankle to knee, meaning you don't want your knee passing your ankle. Well, or we used to call it two. We don't want your knee forward too much.
Right. So that will come and play with like lunges and stuff.
Yes. Then the knee to hip. You don't want your hip passing the knee when you're going down. Yeah? Well, I'll pay pressure on the knee. Hip to shoulder. Right? So when you're doing exercise, you don't want to be so, hip to shoulder. Shoulder to elbow. So that means when you're doing your even chest here, you don't want your shoulder to elbow. You don't want to squid down here. People say, go down and get a stretch.
Serious?
Because from here to here, the stress is on my shoulder, my pectoris, because I'm doing a chest press. So my chest here. Anytime I stretch here now, right. It come off my chest, but my chest is stretching. A stretching muscle is a stretching muscle is a relaxed muscle. So if I cramp in, I will stretch my muscle to relax it. Yes? Yeah?
So you don't want to stretch when you're doing wow. So you're not supposed to bring the bar onto your chest.
No.
Holy shit, I was doing it wrong all this time.
That's long time training.
Way.
So a stretched muscle is a relaxed muscle. And the key in training is time on tension.
Right. So you want to go for that 45 seconds to a minute under tension.
Yes. The longer time a muscle under tension is the more muscle fibers will be recruited, more tears will be taking place. And that's all you want. You want to tear the muscle fibers to build it back stronger. So if I relax in my muscle, it is not working. It is stretched. And the strain now, especially if I'm going heavy, come off of the chest and goes on my anterior deltoids, my shoulders. So if I a lot of fellas have this development here, the shoulders in front and anterior deltoid develop, but not the chest. That's because they're working here powerful, but this is working under the chest.
Yeah, I think I have that problem because like you'll see my shoulder a little bit kind of forward to my chest, you know? You don't see like that nice transition between my chest and my shoulder. And but yes, I think I was doing this wrong for years.
That's the development of the anterior deltoid. So what you want to do is follow the same rules, which is your elbow to shoulder. It might look funny, people say, why are you going down in the hole? Ha ha ha.
Yeah, just bring the
Ha ha ha, I ain't going down in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
If you want, you could swing the mic closer to your face. Yeah, that's good.
You can go down here, but what I follow is the international standard, which would be elbow.
Elbow, so right there.
Yes.
So just going.
Right, but when they come up now, you focus on the contraction, because that's what you want. You want the contraction to make the muscle contract on top.
Yeah, and pop.
Yeah. Get a little small stretch. You don't want to go all the way down. You get a little small stretch and then you go again. But however, stretching is very important. So when you finish do a set, that's when you stretch.
Okay.
So you get the stretch involved.
And that will help the blood circulation and stuff to come back and carry nutrients to the muscles.
So
and
not every rep you do you stretch. You keep it time and tension, you pump it. Then after when you don't do a set, then you stretch it out. Yeah, somewhere. But I shouldn't be saying that secret, you know. That secret, I shouldn't be giving all that secret. Yeah, so that's the key in injury prevention. You know? And I read key on that because as a athlete, I can't get injured, and also as a coach, a trainer, personal trainer, I can't injure athletes, especially some of the top athletes I train in Trinidad. I can't afford for them to get injured. I don't want to ruin their career. You know, they're young, they have the whole life ahead of them.
Yeah, that's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, imagine Usain Bolt come to you and you to train them and you damage Usain Bolt by telling them go squat dog in the hole. You know? And
yeah, that's millions of dollars that you just, you know.
So I can't afford to do that, so I just follow their rules. The international standard is not my rules. So if they come tomorrow and say, Rocky, let them go down in the hole, even though it would be against my judgment from what I knew from them, I would follow them because they are the international sports science. There's like neurologists, scientists, doctors, these specialists in the world come together and have an organization called the International Sports Science Association. And that's who I'm certified under. So if they say, so, I put it in my brain, I say, boy, I ain't think so, you know, but they know best. Then I'll go back to the PTI training now and say, staff, sir, what do you think about this? Or go to the ISSA and M.A.C.S.7 in Spain, in France. I said, what do you think about this? But most of the time, does merge together. All of them are on the same part, even though some might be higher than some. Why you see,
So all right, so we did the ankle to knee to hip to shoulder. So the hip to shoulder is what exactly?
Hip to shoulder would be like
what exercises would this come into play?
Like when you're squatting, you know, some people try to squat. Some people try to squat lean over. I see a lot of people when they're squatting, they lean like almost like if it's a deadlift.
Like so you bend forward.
Yeah, when they come and the weight get heavy, they come like a deadlift and then come up. So you try to squat, when you try to squat, you want to keep the chest up like this. You know when you're doing sitting next, like if I'm doing side lateral raises, I'll keep my hip to my shoulder, I'll keep here. I wouldn't lean forward and do it, I wouldn't lean back here and do it. I'll just keep straight here. If I'm doing shoulder press, I keep hip to shoulders, keep that line of always keep the line of segments. So almost in every exercise, keep it up. Besides, for like if you're doing incline chest, you send back, sit a little bit here, but still the shoulders and the hips in the same. The shoulders and the hips in the same plane. So even though you're like this, the shoulders and the hips in the same plane. They come up, it's still in the same plane. So you wouldn't get that wrong there and stuff like that.
And now the elbow to shoulder now, where would that come in? Where would that come into play?
Be like the chest press.
Right, yeah, the chest press, yeah.
The shoulder press. So you ain't coming all the way down here. Keep it here and you pump it here. So you're keeping this time on tension.
Right, and you don't want the elbows to be behind the shoulders as well.
Yeah. And stuff like also, next thing what people do wrong is this behind the back pull down.
Yeah, I tried that once and that just hurt my shoulders more than anything. And I was like, you know what, I not even bothering to try.
Only times I would advise somebody to do that if they're doing rehab. Probably put it on like the lightest weight possible.
Just to get that stretch.
Yes, yeah. Other than that, so from behind the back, shoulder press, behind the back lat, pull down. Anything behind the normal range, which is here, and forward is good. Anything behind here is rotator cuff injury.
That makes sense because I actually suffered from some shoulder pain from bench press and flies, but I always thought you had to go for the full stretch, and everybody tell me, go for the full stretch. So I used to do flies all the way until my hand was parallel with my shoulder. Yeah, but my to get the full stretch. So my elbow behind my back, and then coming back up. Yeah, and even with the bench press, going down, making sure the bar touch my nipples and come back up.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so shit, I was doing it wrong all this time.
I wouldn't say wrong. It just you wasn't doing it as the safest way.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I did get problems from that because I did get some shoulder pain, and I had to back off the bench press for a bit.
Yeah.
And I dropped my weight to like half of what I was bench pressing, just so I could maintain whatever muscle mass I had and stuff. But yeah, I mean, nobody ever told me not to go that far. Everybody I train with used to tell me, nah, go all the way down. You want that full range of motion. Focus on that full range of motion.
Yeah. A lot of people, as I said, you mentioned before, fitness trending. So, health and fitness is a multi-billion-dollar industry now. So you find it attracts scientists, it attracts neurologists, it attracts doctors, it attracts these people, and these people get involved. And now when they get involved, they hook up all the tools on here, they realize, what are you doing there? Remember bodybuilders before was more like cavemen, they lift up some heavy iron and
everybody has to like just figure it out for themselves. Dorian Yates used to have his notebook where he'll just track everything, and I'm sure Schwarzenegger had to figure it out for himself now. Yeah.
Now these brilliant people get involved in it and they hook up this stuff and so they say, hey, what you're doing here is wrong.
But the problem now is it also attracting a bunch of scam artists as well,
Yeah.
People that just want to come in, make a quick buck and
get out.
Yeah, get out quick. So
you don't know who to follow, you don't know. So that's why I have people like you and me now to put the information out there so people know, hey. And
like you will have your qualifications based on those international bodies.
Yes.
So I guess that's a good way to go. So what certification should somebody look for in their trainer?
In the trainer, I would definitely go with ISSA, International Sports Science Association, which is recognized by most countries, and especially the United States. Also, the ISSA and M.A.C.S.7 is a great training system, amazing. It's very difficult. Yeah, the French, this boss, the French very advanced. The system very good. I don't use it too much because it's a little Actually, no, my athletes, but I don't use it to myself too much because it's very hard, very difficult. I add in sometimes, but to keep it up, it's very, you could probably vomit every session.
Yeah. That's
really
like
intense.
if that's your life, you could probably do that if you're dedicating yourself to that. But regular people wouldn't be able to follow something like that.
If I have a competition coming up, I'll pit it in. But if I do have a competition coming in, I wouldn't really, it's difficult. And the PTI certification. PTI is, if you have somebody who's just, but not just PTI certification, a PTI diploma. Diploma is a more, the person got like about 80 to 90% in all the exams, whether it be nutrition, concepts of fitness, So if you're looking for a PTI diploma, I think it would be probably one of the best in collaboration with the ISSA, because the ISSA will give you more the scientific approach to it. The PTI too, but the PTI, the person actually went through what you go through. Because like about 6 months of hands-on every single day you're training. So it's not like you could do any weekend thing with the ISSA or what do you call this thing? Or the internet. They don't have that.
Like online colleges and stuff,
You wake up in the morning, 5 a.m., and they get down to university, to UE. Sometimes 5 o'clock in the pool, 5 o'clock in the morning in the pool, doing swimming, to teach people how to swim. So you know how your client feel when you tell them to come in the morning and do 7 laps or do 20 laps. You know exactly how they feel. Get in the water, get back out, go in your class.
Does the PTI?
Yes. Go and do nutrition. After nutrition, send it to go and do some boxing drills. After boxing drills, back in class, you go and you do concepts of fitness, anatomy. It's very intense for 6 months. Sometimes you might get Sunday off. Sometimes it's Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, and then finishing. Sometimes it's 6, 7 o'clock in the night.
So by the time you go through this, you should be pretty healthy yourself.
Yeah, everybody that go through, when they come back, everybody look the same. Just like in military, when they go in for recruit training, when they come back out, you don't know who's my son there. I don't know. Everybody just looking small, skinny, bald head. Everybody just look like one. The PTI course does that. It's great.
I think that's also good in terms of I guess motivating somebody to follow a trainer. When you see your trainer with a certain body type that you will like to achieve sometime, okay, this person have a good chance that they know what they're telling me to do, because whatever they're doing clearly working for them. So they look like they have some information on what works,
Yeah.
So I think the fact that they're actually making it do it hands-on, that definitely works in their favor. So that's something good.
And they know exactly how the person feel. So like if I didn't do the PTI, and I train people, I wouldn't know how they feel. But when I tell my clients, I know how they're feeling.
Yeah, when you've been there, done that, you went through that already.
And we train now to push them off the cliff, push them to the end. And as they go to fall off the cliff, we just grab them. So we'll be like, Rocky, you don't know how I'm feeling. I said, I don't know, but come on, do it. I know how they're feeling. I know when to go and fall off. I know when they're faking. I know everything. But I tried everything. Yeah, I actually get away with a few stuff. They
can't do it, so you know the tricks now.
Yeah, I get away with a few stuff. So like if we have to volunteer for Sunday to go and do something, and looking for volunteers and they ducking, so we will be like, Kewley, you have to come Saturday and thing. I'll be like, okay, so what I start doing is, we're looking for volunteers. Sir, I could do it. What day you want to come? Saturday and Sunday. I could come for the board days, please. No. Find somebody else. So I get away,
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse psychology. The teacher psychology, and I reverse it on them.
So did they teach you all anything about stuff like steroids and thing as well?
Yes, we did what they call performance enhancement drugs.
Right, the PEDs.
Yeah, focused on that. We did a lot on that. How to recognize certain components in whether supplements or anything that's supposed to improve your performance. And what you notice is they change the names a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's hard to keep track of them.
Yes. So we might know about anything that ending with throne will be probably a testosterone, related to testosterone. But you find when they ban something, the scientists change the name. They change some compound. I didn't do physics, so you might have some 2-point thing. They might change one component and give it a different name. So right, you're looking for this, but you find that so.
Oh yeah, and then they could probably just change one component, not the component that reacts with your body, but the component that reacts with the test. So the test not picking it up, but still have the same effect on your body.
So at least now, we as athletes are responsible for anything that comes into our body. That is under WADA. You're responsible for anything you consume. You're responsible for whether you leave a bottle unattended and somebody throws something inside of that. If you take a Panadol, if you take some medication that would be under the list, you're responsible for it. No matter, even if you go by in the hospital, you're unconscious and you go in the hospital, and the doctors hook you up with whatever it is. And you get right, you're responsible. You have to take responsibility for anything that enters your body. So athletes now have to keep abreast of even if you don't know much about nutrition and physics and those stuff. They still need to
like pharmacology and
so why depend on? I depend on what I do is if I have to take a supplement, I send it to my federation to find out if this will be okay.
Right, get it cleared by them first,
I know the old school, the creatine, I know certain things, but all they keep changing scientific names on things,
So what is allowed? Well, I guess protein will be allowed. Creatine will be allowed as well.
Yeah, creatine is one of the most tested
supplements.
Yeah, creatine, and creatine is good. You get creatine, I think it's 0.3 or 0.4 from your lettuce, from your food.
Yeah, what exactly does creatine do?
Creatine is actually a form of amino. Creatine, it retain water, it gives you strength. Well, if 75% of the muscle is made up of water, that can make you retain more water, to make you retain more muscle. So
okay.
Increase performance, strength, and stuff. Protein, repair muscle tissues, and internal organs. Protein, your body uses protein firstly for repairing internal organs, tissues like your heart, because your heart is a muscle, liver, kidneys, stuff like that. And then secondly, you go say, okay, secondly, muscles, go and see what the muscles, So people who don't consume enough protein, the exercising, your body will take whatever protein available and see about internal organs and things first, and then see about whatever muscle after. So I don't think protein supplements is necessary or have to once you're having a well-balanced meal. But to face it, the average person doesn't consume enough protein during the day. So that's how supplements is required. You don't have to take supplements, but supplements is just like a security, like insurance.
So what other supplements are also safe to take or good to take? So protein is good, creatine is safe to take. Yeah. Like what are the
a good multivitamin? I don't think the average person consuming the right amount of the required amount of vitamins and minerals for the day. So like the average doctor, ask any doctor or any coach or anything how much potassium your body needs for the day. They wouldn't know. Your body needs 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day. That's like about 12 to 13 bananas. That's the grocery bananas. Not the bananas will be home. The bananas will be the real bananas, about 6 or 7. That's 4 avocados. There's
avocados that high in potassium?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And good always avocados rare and good. That would be like the 2-liter bottle of coconut water. So we have 8 coconut, so your body does what your body needs as electrolytes, and as athletes, we need electrolytes, that's electricity, that's electrolytes. We need sodium, we need electrolytes because we're burning that out, we're sweating that out. And for your body to perform at peak performance, peak levels, you need the right amount of potassium. And the average person gets like about 300 grams of potassium for the day. 300 your body running on. Your body running on deficiency right through. So for you to in Ecuador, when I went to Ecuador, I was blown away. That's where I won the double gold Pan American Championship. When I went there, I was blown away how the children were like soldiers. I took on like 5-year-old, 6-year-old children. They were like soldiers, the military. They line up on a morning. I coming out from my hotel room like, oh man, sleeping in my eyes. When I come down, them children bright and line up. Food they had, papaya, or whatever I call it, pawpaw. They had watermelon, cucumbers, 2 or 3 boiled eggs, everything just perfect meal plan. This ministry sponsor them, and their sports and organizers sponsor them. They have a tournament coming up, so they have to stay in this place. Or they have to wake up this hour, they have to eat this. And they're eating this, and I'm in shock. I couldn't eat it. They say, sir, look your food here, look your line there. When I'm watching that line, I'm like, that I have to eat. My gosh, I have to eat that. For children watching some petite in my plate and I'm smiling with them. Are they eating that? Tasting good, sir? I'm like, oh gosh, I can't be. I just never when the children left. I had a bodybuilder person. I gave him my food and I went and buy food around the corner. I could not eat it. And that's the kind of discipline they have. That they get they have a nutritionist, know exactly how much vitamin, zinc in everything, and they eating that. So their body performing at peak performance. They know exactly what's inside their body. Me, however, I went on the corner, buy some kind of chicken thing with some wrap thing, and I eat that. And you know, so nutrition is very important, and having our athletes getting the right amount of nutrition is very important. So I know I save. Even though I ate crap that day, I know I save because I had my vitamins. Put back in, I make sure I got my chromium, my zinc, my potassium, because I have that in my vitamin. But preferably, your body prefer the natural stuff. So it's a discipline to get into that mindset.
Yeah, then your body will digest it better and utilize it more efficiently.
Yes, because it's real food.
Yeah, and it'll also, the food will have a time release factor as well.
Yes.
So it'll allow your body to really utilize it.
Yes. Yeah.
So what about stuff like steroids? So how exactly does steroids make somebody like bulk up that much?
Bulk up. I know too much about it, but from what we gathered in school, it was, I think we dealt more with testosterone. As, men have, I believe it's around 29 or something like that. I remember it was a long time ago. A high amount of testosterone level as you get older now, it's at the drop. So you find teenagers, the testosterone level higher, so you find I can go and probably fight that with a 19-year-old for that might get bloat, because they're young, they're fresh, the testosterone level higher, we won't drop it, Things have to decrease after you reach a certain age. So what some athletes will do is keep it, but put it in artificially, whether it be injected or tablets or whatever means, to keep that increase in muscle strength and size, like when you was a teenager. So you find that in like athletics, like people running 100 meters and stuff, swimmers, footballers, boxers, a lot of these sports. But because those athletes mightn't look like a bodybuilder, look fit, have the image, people wouldn't watch a footballer and say, hey, Messi using this, or Cristiano using this, because they're not a bodybuilder, or they're not looking apart. But a lot of athletes in different sports try to get the winning edge by using any means, whether it be blood.
The blood doping.
Yeah, whether it be blood doping, whether it be anything, any means they could get, anything they could get to win. Athletes would try to use it. But bodybuilders now, we get the shitty end of the stick because our sport is about looking good.
Yeah, and it is, the bodybuilding competition like Mr. Olympia is about putting on as much size as possible.
Yes.
So obviously if you're doing something that's not natural, that giving you an edge, it will show.
Yeah.
You'll get to these kind of beastly sizes.
Yeah. And then it have some people who naturally huge genetically. So I have a guy who does come here. We just call him tiny. He's like about maybe 7 feet. And he's huge. He don't even take protein. He don't even take protein. Creatine. What's that? And he's humongous. So when they watch it, we'll be like, so if he starts to exercise now, so you see some chops, some shoulders, and he lifted on some incredible size, but he's huge. So nobody might watch him. And eventually, when he looks shredded on people, like, he have to be using something. That time the man will even buy a protein shake. And people will be like, I don't believe you. So you have people who have the genetical, and some people don't have it. Like for me, I've been training consistently for the last 10 years. No rest. When I'm home board, I just come on. I've been just doing that. I never let 3 weeks pass without me training. So when somebody see me, they'll be like, whoa, he had to be using something. But you try training for 10 years that's your life. You see how you look. You look better than me by far. I know people find me if just as balance myself, I balance my shoulders with my chest and thing. So, but when you check it out, I'm very small. I'm very small. Watch my hands. I'm small. If you measure me, but the shapes, muscle development and the shape, because of how it's shaping your body and consistency, you look like, whoa, you have to be using something. You know, you check it out. 10 years, and that's how big you get. 10 years, and this is how big you get. You know, you know.
Yeah, but at least you'll have some good definitions because your muscles get to fully develop and form and thing.
Yeah. So it's years, you know, it's years. So it's rocky all over. But I could get somebody looking better than me in a shorter space of time because the book have already been written. You know, so you just have to go through the chapters, and I'm still writing the book. You know, so it'll be easier for me to get somebody else's results because I went through a lot. You know, plenty. As I said, trying and error. Try this didn't work. Try this exercise. Try this program. But now as I have it done now. You know, as an old man now, so now I just rock back and steady.
So how old are you now?
I'm 48, you know, 49.
What?
Yeah. Wait, I sit on TV. I sit on public. What? I'm 29. I'm 19. You know, 29.
I honestly thought you were like I don't know, 28, 29. I thought you were my age.
I wish. Boy.
Jeez, you look damn good for your
almost
age.
40. I have to stop seeing that because you get old when they see them things. I'll start back thinking about my yes. Or like whatever age you say.
They should ask you how old you feel.
Yeah. How old you feel, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 29. I feel like I have a good 40, 50 years left.
Yeah.
Jeez, nah, yeah. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So, you have any competitions coming up? What's your next step right now?
Right now, we're focusing on opening supplements. So body nutrition, that's something in the opening very soon. Where we focus on giving people right nutrition. You know, because as I said, have a lot of bandwagoners jumping on the fitness wagon and giving people the wrong information. You know, in terms of nutrition and to get better. You know, a lot of people, certain people, get fit quick tricks. You know, and mashing up the health. I know a lot of people come to me and say, Rocky, you know, remember you told me not to use this, what that guy was telling me to use, and I wasn't listening to you. And look, boy, this going through, you know.
Yeah, and then you have some people that they would do something and it'll work for them because they might have just gotten lucky, might just be their genetics, and they think, well, I looking this good, I clearly know what I do, and they try to put themselves out there as a fitness expert, you know, and they start training people, although they have no real concept of how different bodies react to different things or how bodies react differently and things as well, you know?
Yeah, it's very true. You know, it might work for you, but it might not work for the other person. So you have to be well-rounded and know the different body types. It have the ectomorph, the mesomorph, the endomorph. It have different shapes. It have the hourglass. It have the T shape. It have the pear shape. So a girl, she had the pear shape and she wanted like an hourglass, and I told her, you know, genetically, it would be impossible, you know. When my next trainer stole her head and was like, yes, I can make it. Yeah, she just wouldn't get through that because she have a pear shape. That's just a shape. How the girls who have this X shape or the hourglass shape here, small waist, nice hips. But that's just the shape. It's how the ones who just straight. The one hips, no exercise can give it that.
Yeah, because that's your bone structure.
Yeah, that's the bone structure, you know. So I have the most of the ectomorph, like as I told you, tiny is endomorph. He's nearly 7 feet. He's, you know,
and just big. Yeah,
he can't get like a marathon runner. I can't get him down like me.
But a fitness a fitness expert, you know, could probably sell you that dream. Like, yeah, just train with me and you'll get there eventually. Yeah. And they keep you training and paying them for like 10 years. And like, no, you get in there, you know. And they just cash in their check at the end of the month.
I see that. I feel sorry for them. But I wouldn't blame the instructor or the trainer too much. I blame the individual because I wouldn't go by a homeless person for financial advice. You know, I wouldn't go by a mechanic who car was breaking down for. I wouldn't go by a carpenter for medical advice. You know, so you have to watch, as I said, watch around, see how this trainer training his clients, see the results the clients getting, ask these clients, the trainer, some questions, see if the person actually know what they're talking about.
Well, it's good that they actually pointed out the qualifications people should actually look for.
Yeah,
because I wasn't even aware of what certifications a trainer would need to have. I thought, you know, trainer could go to a gym and like just whoever the trainer at the gym is, you know, they could just, you know, show him the ropes on how to do stuff, and you could train somebody after, you know, like a month or two. So
yeah, there's a lot. As I said, there's a lot in training. I mean, as a trainer, usually you are the person. Okay, to have 3 people. I believe to have 3 people. Let's have the preventative people, which will be like the preventative professionals would be like personal trainer, nutritionist, the dietitian, the physiotherapist, massage therapist. These are the prevent anything from happening. You know, then have the ones who will see about it. Dealing with it, will be like the doctors, you know, the eye surgeons, these people who, okay, if we preventative,
stop anything bad from happening to you.
Then they come to you. You know how to cure it or fix it. And then if you are cure it or fix it, I send you back to the preventative. I say, hey, you're going on, you're boarding, you got the blood pressure too high, you need to start exercise, go back by your trainer. Let your trainer carry down your blood pressure, let the trainer do this, go by a nutritionist, make sure you're getting the right amount of nutrition, make sure you're consuming enough water. And then after we have the what's called the coroners. When you pass the doctor, that's where you're going. And when you go there, you can't come back this way.
Right.
You know? So it has 3 steps. So we are one of the I would think we are the more important. We are the, you know, but people now bypass, they don't want to pay the trainer, or they don't want to take, but they want to pay anything by the doctor. To go and do a heart surgery or to go and surgery or go and do this operation or that operation, the damage you need to go and do a knee operation. Because the physiotherapist, the nutritionist, the personal trainer is supposed to be preventive from going by the doctor. You know, the doctor is supposed to be preventive.
That's why I think, imagine if the Ministry of Health had like 100-year boot camps around the country and they pay for it.
Yeah, that would be blocking people from going to the hospital to choose the doctor.
Exactly. So they would save money from, you know, treating people in the hospital, and that money they save there, they could spend it here. But the problem is, the money they spend here, it will have a lag before they start saving money there, you know? So they might say, I guess, 200 boot camps that are going to cost us so much, but we have so much are we paying in healthcare, you know? Like, that just don't financially make sense.
Yeah. But eventually
they'll
see a fast change though. They'll see a major difference in a short term. Because a simple thing as I've been asking, especially the schools that I've been attending, nutrition. You know, they ask me a lot about nutrition, and I ask the children, you know, this is so you don't drink soft drinks? Let's call it sea drink.
Yeah, sea drink.
Yeah, you just drink sea drink. I say, yeah. So what sea drink you just use, sir? I said, chubby. I say, yeah, no, chubby does last me about 3 days. One chubby lasts me 3 days? I say, yeah, I just drink it for the taste. I like the taste. So if I eat food and I feel something sweet, I open a chubby. Have it nice and freeze in the fridge. Take a sip, close it back and put it back in the fridge. Why need to drink a whole bottle for? I just wanted something sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to... I put it back in the fridge. Sometimes I have a lot of half-open soft drink bottles in the fridge. God, just feel for this flavor. No. And I just pick a grape. That's it. I say you don't have to... Just because somebody give you something, that means you have to consume the whole thing. You know, somebody give you a roti. Like a big professional came down here and said, a roti is supposed to be cut in half. Then she called it roti. And it was like, roti. But a roti really supposed to be cut in half. We ate buttershot shot. Me and Granny ate buttershot shot yesterday. And we split it in half. Well,
because some of the rotis out there are huge, eh?
Huge, yeah. Body that's too much food. But because we get one roti, we want to eat the whole roti. And we cut in 3. I give Granny take piece. I take piece and I give out my dog piece. So she ever eats one roti. You know, and a buttershot shot. And that's normal. You know, so if the ministries get involved in education, health education, which is very, very important, it will have a major ease in the expenditure of...
Yeah, but my thing is not just education. I think people just need to start actually doing something, because we could talk until we blue in the face. You know, that's what I start this show for, to talk until I blue in the face. But you need to, people just need to get out there and start doing something. You know, like your boot camp. That's amazing. You get people coming out there and just doing something, and I guess being together will probably be a nice motivator, because you have this community that you're working with. You're seeing everybody. You're seeing these people getting fit with you. They're seeing you get fit. You know, it's probably like a church, but for fitness.
Yeah, that was happening now. People, I know what I know what John was like, Rocky, we just had a boot camp. You know, so Saturday evenings, no, Saturday mornings. I like 11 o'clock in the morning, no, 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, I wake up at 7 o'clock, you know, and it's fun, because now, it's fun. I'm seeing everybody getting motivated. Rocky, I lost 10 pounds. I go up on that scale, ooh, yes, and it wasn't muscle, it was actually fat. And look at subcutaneous fat going down, your visceral fat, the fat around your internal organs, look at going down. I get motivated now, so now in the morning, I want to go, all right, let's go. You know, because Lindy Hand getting results, Marcus getting results, everybody, the senior life changing, and they encouraging me to, and they bringing in more people. So footballers getting involved. It's fun. You know, it's something that. Oh yes, back to the schools. So these children know. These children know, like, mommy does drink 4 Coca-Cola every day.
Jesus Christ. 4 Cokes every day?
She says she's addicted to Coca-Cola. I say, okay, tell her how. If she could cut it down into 2 a day. Okay, I will tell her, sir, and tell her to drink plenty of water. See, the 1.5 liter bottle. See, she get about 2 or 3 of that for the day. Okay? They say, why, sir? I say, okay, if I take a glass of water and I put 3 spoons of sugar and I stir it up and the drink, it will be sweet? Say, yes, it will be very sweet. Say, okay. I say, if I take a bucket of water and I take 3 spoons of sugar and I split it up and I tell you drink, it will be sweet? No, so that will be watery. I say, okay, good. I said, that's why your mother needs to drink more water. Because the amount of sweet she put in her body, she needs some water inside now, so it won't be too sweet inside of her stomach and produce and make her pancreas produce plenty insulin to bring down the sugar. So it will prevent her from getting diabetes. Yeah, mommy, but she's a diabetic. I say, well, so you know why. I say, so you know what you have to do now if you don't want to be a diabetic, right? Say, yes, sir, I need to drink more water. Say, how much people inside didn't know how much water is supposed to drink? Little boy in front. Little boy. I think it's Joshua, isn't he? Very intelligent. Sir, 8 glasses. I say, all right, good. I say 8 glasses. Anybody disagree? Everybody disagree. I say 8 glasses is minimum. And not only for us. I mean, and not for us really, because never did that on locals, on Trinidadians or Caribbean people or South American people. They did that on Europeans, the Americans.
Oh shit, it could be different.
So their temperature over there is different to us. We is 33, 34 degrees in the Caribbean. Their own is minusing, you know, so
they're not going to be sweating as much.
You know, so we need to and there's minimum. So for the right amount for them might be between probably 12 to even 16 glasses. Because minimum is 8 glasses. So you can imagine our water intake in the Caribbean, you know, where we sweating, our skin tone is darker than them, so we absorbing more. I mean, so we supposed to consume much more water. And I think, like, anyway, between 3 liters, 4 liters, 5 liters will be okay, because if you check it out, in the Caribbean, our diabetic rate very high.
Yeah,
blood
definitely.
Pressure high.
Our obesity going up.
Yeah, it's going up.
Actually, you know, I think it might have been the first obesity study was actually done in Trinidad. Yeah. It was done on Trinidadians. I think there's somebody from the UK came down in about the 60s or something, and it was from that obesity study they concluded that obesity was not a case of eating too much food. It was actually a problem with malnutrition, not getting enough nutrition. So I didn't really research it too much, but I think it's just if you're not getting enough nutrition in your body, not working the way it's supposed to work, and it might end up hoarding the fats. I really have to look up on that. But yeah, nutrition is definitely a way to go. I know they have this guy, Dr. Jason Fung. He actually wrote a book on type 2 diabetes and how to actually cure yourself of it using nutrition alone, no medicine. And I think he's a big advocate of stuff like fasting and intermittent fasting and stuff. Like, you do any of that with your clients at all?
No, I do believe in any fad diet. That's something we touch a lot on PTI course. Nutrition, we did nutrition also. They said 3 things must always be present: fat, protein, carbs, macronutrients, fat, protein, and carbs. Anytime they take out one of those, is a fad diet. Always remember that, Rocky. So one must always be present. And they will change the names around the years coming. That's 2004. They will change the names. And they find how it
was Atkins before, and now it's the ketogenic diet.
Then the protein diet, and then the Miami Beach diet. All they do, they always change one of them.
Now you have a new trend called the carnivore diet, where it's meat only. No carbs.
No carbs.
Yeah, nothing.
That was formerly protein diet in 2007. So let's keep changing the names coming around.
So you have people that I know they have some medical doctor, I forgot his name. He actually went, I don't know if he's still going, but he went over a year eating nothing but just meat only. Like just beef. Beef for a year. And he said he was healthy, but I think it's his cholesterol. His cholesterol sort of shot up.
You probably healthy physically, but mentally, But your body needs carbs. You know, when you get the carbs, your body does be like, yes, you know. So all these is what we call fat diets or fixed fast diets, you know. So the best diet is a well-balanced diet. Because we here for a time. Probably 70 years, 80 years, whatever years we here for a time, and we must enjoy life, you know, and prepare for the afterlife, prepare for wherever the journey is, prepare for that, whether it be Hindu, Buddhist, Christian, whoever it is, you know, so we're here to have life and to enjoy it. So we must be well balanced. You can't go through your entire life just eating meat or just eating apples or just, you know, unless that's your thing. But if you want to be healthy, you have a well balanced diet. So if you feed for mangoes, eat the mangoes. If you feed for roti, eat the roti. If you feed for doubles, eat the doubles. But you must have a nutritional base. You know exactly how much protein your body needs for the day, how much carbs, what activity you go and do, and just everything in moderation. You know, so like, you say, okay, you drink soft drink? Yeah, I drink soft drink. I have a half a chubby in my, You eat ice cream, go and eat a scoop. I only say I eat a bucket of ice cream.
Yeah, eat one doubles instead of 4.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you run the day after or something.
Yeah. Just balance. You can't just, they say too far east is west. You know, so if you're going too far east, you will end up west. And you don't want that. You just want to be balanced about life, getting results and having fun doing it.
So what do you have coming up right now? Any competitions at all?
I did a lot of competitions in the past year. My goal was to win some major competitions. I've achieved that, and now I want to focus.
Because you won, it was double gold at the Pan Am Games as well.
Yeah, and the Ben Wheeler Diamond Cup in Aruba. That was shocking. You know, that was nice. You know, I always want to do a Diamond Cup but want to focus on now is sharing my knowledge with a lot of upcoming athletes. I have a lot of fighting. I have a lot of competitions coming up, but I spent a lot of money representing Trinidad, going out there, you know, is a lot. And sometimes when I go out there and I come back, I lose a few clients because sometimes I'm out there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, and clients need to change, you know. I need money to be making while I'm not here, you know.
Right.
I need not to be dependent on sponsors all the time. I need to be able to do something and say, I have a competition coming up. No matter what, I will be at that competition. You know, sometimes I might be training for a competition that happened to me in 2015. I'm preparing for CAC. Really, really hard. And then it's time to go for the competition. I just could not get the sponsorship to go and get my ticket. And that year, for sure, I was winning CAC. I knew it. You know, I was on a winning road. I went St. Lucia International. I won that. I went Guadeloupe. I won that. I went St. Martin. I won that. That year I was on a road. Anything come up, I was beating it. I was ready, focused 100%. And when it was time for the competition in, I believe in Dominican Republic, I couldn't afford the ticket, and the ticket keep going up and up. And I said, that would never happen to me again. I remember punching a machine, and my hands swell up because you train hard for the whole year. And when that time reaches, sponsor say, Rocky, we can't make it this time. Oh my gosh, it feel down in your heart. You know, you feel it, you know, you're just like, and I don't want that to ever happen to me again. So I need to put things in place. So when I say I go into a competition, no matter what, I know I'm going to do it, you know. So right now is just focusing on getting athletes ready for their competition, also nutrition, you know, because a lot of athletes, as I said, with potassium and zinc, they're not getting right nutrition inside the body, you know, and for your body to perform at peak performance, just like a car, you need to put in oil, you need to put in your transmission fuel, you need to put in your, you know, so that's the same thing with the body. Right amounts of water, protein, carbs, fats, macronutrients, micronutrients, and so Rock Body's nutrition, that's what Rock Body's nutrition is about. That's the supplement line that I'm coming out with. So we do an assessment, total assessment, whatever sport you play, or if it's just the person that wants to gain weight, lose weight, tone up, you know, you come to us and we organize it with a detailed meal plan and nutritional supplements to get the results. So that is the next competition I'm into right now. And after that, my next competition I will be entering will be, let's see, I did a diamond already, I did worlds already, Pan Am. I think I would probably do Arnold's. Yeah, I will do Arnold's. I did the Arnold's already in Brazil. Woo!
How was that?
That's the first time I ever go for season. I had like about probably around 60 to 70 people in my category. In my category alone, you know, it was, whoa, it's one of the best bodies in the world you could ever see from magazines and stuff, you know. It was a huge show. I mean, think about this Queen's Park Savannah in Trinidad. Picture that is the arena. So it have boxing, it have football, it have and it was humongous.
I see they're thinking of making bodybuilding part of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
Any plans to try a hand at that?
If they have men's physique in it, I would definitely love to participate in it, but I believe they'll be doing more fitness in it. That's like what Nidia used to do, who is the 7-time CC champion. That's like flipping and hand spinning and on those kind of showing agility, speed, flexibility, and strength in 1 minute. I did that. When I started doing that. My flexibility, however, right now is like nil. I can't do a split. I know I stopped breakdancing, so I don't know if I could go and spin on my head and all that. Let's see, 2019. That's just now.
That's next year.
Yeah.
Well, I know the IFBB is part of it. Yeah, they were part of the people that got it.
But that would
put into the Olympics.
That would be amazing because it's time for bodybuilding to take its rightful position as an elite sport.
Yeah, because the people that competing in it are elite in what they do.
Yeah. Bodybuilding, as I said, bodybuilding is the mother of all sports. It is an underrated sport because most bodybuilders are more shy. It's like, why doing here? Most bodybuilders won't come on podcast camera in front of you and speak, you know, more shy to ourselves is not a team sport. Bodybuilding, if you do your own body by yourself, when they only go to represent the country, all they come together, all they do all the thing, and after they spread back apart.
Yeah, and I guess bodybuilding is like a very personal journey as well, because you focus so much on yourself and you're so much inside your own head.
Yes.
You know, trying to overcome your personal obstacles and things.
And for a bodybuilder to lift, as Ronnie Coleman said, that was only the 8-time professional bodybuilding champion. What he said was, some people when they watch a bodybuilder, some people might think, okay, but a bodybuilder to lift up these heavy weights. Inside here's something going on. Yeah, there's a certain amount of power and confidence and strength inside, because it's not easy for every single day to come inside of a room and lift up something heavy. As heavy as you can lift it.
Yeah, and push yourself to the limit.
And push yourself to the limit every single day. It's not normal. It's something that some fire burning inside. You know, sometimes if I'm in a good mood and I come to train, I cannot train. You know, because butterflies and fairies and and I lift some heavy. No, you have to go inside that zone. Sometimes I go and train and I hear people, and I get myself really worked up and angry. And I say, hit me, Lawrence, hit me. So, Lawrence, please help me out now. Ready, hit me. But I go, no, one eye slap, bam, and I get mad. I lift up the heaviest weight. And I get through my workout. Sometimes I'll be fighting with rage outside there. People come, Rocky. I'm like, hey, you okay? But you don't know what's going on inside of me. It's blood pumping, rage inside of me. Rage fighting by something that can be really upset. I said, Rocky. I said, just give me 1 second. I'm going to do this wrong. Start coming there now. Let's give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And the person watching me, I said, gosh, I come in now and I run inside the bathroom with nobody watching. I get back my zone. Because the weight I go back out there with is sometimes a ton of one leg press or 120 pounds of one press. So it can't be soft-minded and calm when you go there. I get back in the zone. And when I go back, I pass them straight or close my eyes because I don't want them to break my focus. And I go and lift it up. Boom, way down. Yeah, so I go in. Serious? And I go back normal. But they don't know what's going on inside there.
Yeah, you have to be able to light that fire on command.
Yeah. So, and it's like bad mind too. So I try to train athletes like that, even athletes who I train in. And let them know, listen, when you go and do the set, I don't want you laughing. You could get injured. Focus, breathe, inhale, exhale, push, focus. After that, like you're on a phone, and because it's breaking his mind and body connection. When you go on a phone and they send a text and the girl say, hey, or the fella say, hey, and then they go and press the heavy weight. No, your mind not there. It's about focus. And now what we get with sports psychology is about focus, getting the athletes inside the zone. So sometimes somebody might see me, they might be hearing this podcast and they want to do, okay, sometimes Rocky is like normal when you go and lift something heavy. So they know now. In that zone. I need to be in that zone. And then sometimes, like if I train for competition, most people know, leave Rocky alone. Because they see it, my heart low. I have low down here and I trying my earphones on, sometimes nothing playing. But just a blank of people, so people won't talk to me. I have on the earphones so they think I can't hear them. And I go inside my zone. So I get to train properly. We're not training for competition. But now I'm not training for competition, a little off season now. You know, everybody laughing and talking with me and I think because I'm not in that zone. But they know when I keep going inside the zone. Game a little blind for all athletes out there, you know. This time when they go, all people, average person in the gym, when they're training, this is 30 minutes for you. You know, this 20 minutes or 30 minutes or hour is 24 hours in a day. Take 1 hour. Take your phone, put on your phone. You know, this hour is your hour. It's for your health, it's for your wealth, it's for your strength, it's for you. You know, no kids do answer your phone. Just for 1 hour, 45 minutes is about you. Focus on you. You know, and that's how you get results. A lot of people lose focus when they're training. You can't lose focus. You keep your heart rate up. You don't let the heart rate drop from 130, 140 down to 80, 70, and then trying to lift a weight. It could cause injury, you know. You lift up that heavy weight now, your pressure now looking to build back up. Because falling from heart attack in the gym. People die from heart attack in the gym and they're doing madness. You know, and having a good trainer, if you have a good trainer around, if you get in a heart attack, the trainer will be able to see the signs. You know, to have signs before you get a heart attack, you know. You're cold sweating, your speech getting slurred. So that's why sometimes I might put a client on a treadmill, and I might every now and then go and check them. How you going? How your day was? What you eat it? Me already want to know what they eat or how the day will go. I don't really, you know.
We need to make sure they're still cognizant of everything that's going on around them.
You know, somebody's a diabetic, I watch them. What you eat before you came here? When I had nothing to eat, and you had a medication, and then how you sweating? Drink this now, you give them something to drink to carry up the sugar levels and stuff.
So if they had nothing to eat and they had their insulin medication, so that to drop their sugar and they working out, so that dropped their sugar
even faster, you know.
Jeez.
And if somebody is a diabetic and the sugar level too high, you don't want them training because the sugar inside the blood and going through all the veins and stuff, and it could cause more injury, you know. So you want the sugar level to be at an acceptable range before the exercise. A lot of people walking around the place, walking around Trinidad and Tobago, diabetics and they don't know. A lot, like
type 2 diabetes. I sure is a lot more common than people
realize. And they don't test. Only like if they get symptoms or in the hospital and they test it, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, the doctor said I'm a pre-diabetic. There's no such thing as pre-diabetes. There's no such thing as pre-diabetes, and that's a term what a lot of local doctors use. No, pre-diabetic. They're diabetic is not diabetic. You know, it has something called insulin resistance, however. So you find what is called pre-diabetic is actually the person have high insulin resistance. You know, they're consuming so much sugars or carbohydrates, the pancreas, the pancreas producing a lot of insulin. So you find the body full of insulin, pack up of insulin. And you find that's when most people gain weight. So you find a lot of people gaining weight and then are diabetic. That's because once there's high insulin inside the body cannot lose fat. Yeah,
right, because that will trigger the fat storage as well.
So you can't lose fat if there's a lot of insulin inside the body. So what people need to do is ease up on the sweet stuff, drink, consume more water, lower the insulin resistance, and the so-called pre-diabetic won't happen. You know? But once it reaches certain highs, I hear people walking around with a sugar level 200 or 300 and saying this is pre-diabetic. I just say, who tell you that? Say doctor, use 300, your sugar level is 300, 350, and you pre-diabetic? You need to go and check this doctor in PT Valley. You need to read doctor, you know? So, but respect to all doctors, but, you know, the term pre-diabetic, there's no such thing. It's either diabetic because have a border.
Yeah, it's a term without a real meaning.
Yes, there's nothing like pre-cancer. Pre-cancer or pre-asthmatic. You know,
they are you're not.
Yeah, like they are you're not. So people need to go and a lot of the tests. What most people do is the prick finger, your finger, take the blood and tell you what it is. But the real test they need to do is the fasting glucose test. That's the one you go by the doctor and they take your blood. And they give you something sweet. They consume nothing for 12 hours or 8 hours before, and then in the morning you go and they test it and they get something sweet, and then 2 hours after check it back. That's the one they should be doing. That'll tell you the real results. You know, and that is what I think. Yeah,
I think the finger prick test is really more to monitor your blood sugar levels, so you know, well, all right, this is where I'm right now, you know, to kind of monitor. But yeah, I think that one is the real one to really test to figure out where you are on a whole.
That's very important, and people should be doing it at least once a year or every 6 months, you know, especially if you know your parents have it or
yeah, health insurance should probably have that as one of the tests involved.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. Insurance does do that. I did that when I was doing my insurance. And it's very important, as I said, it's very, very important, especially men. Men doesn't like to go by the doctor. You know?
I hate to go by the doctor. I guilty for that for sure. Yeah, if something happens to me, I'll just be like, I'll give it 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I could live with it after 2 weeks, well, I'd have to go by the doctor. Yeah. Anyway, man, I think my camera's going to start running out of space just now to record, so you're going to have to wrap this up. But it was a lot of fun. Anytime you want to come back on, you know, if you have anything else that we didn't cover here today that you want to get out there, we could probably focus on maybe go more in depth into some of the aspects of fitness, you know?
Yeah.
So anytime you're ready, man, just give me a call and I'll come and set back up again.
Good. And anybody out there who have any questions or something they want to find out, you know, just touch up the podcast. Ask questions when I get invited to come back on.
Yeah, well, not just the podcast. You're on Instagram, Rocky Bodies Fitness.
Yeah, Rock Bodies Official.
Rock Bodies Official on Instagram. What other social media?
We also on Facebook as Rock Bodies. Yeah.
Rock Bodies on Facebook.
Yeah.
You have any website?
No websites at the moment, but email will be rockbodiesofficial@gmail.com.
All right, nice. Well, I guess once you get these supplements started up, you'll do a website and
yeah,
that'll be good. Look forward to it. Well, once I upload this, I'll have links to the Instagram and Facebook as well.
All right, that's good.
All right, good having you, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Nice.
All right, everybody, take care. Bye.